Welcome to Financial Alpha. Hey all, today I am going to talk about a subject that schools never try to teach us, and also people around us are not comfortable in talking about this. And not more than 5% of our country's population are not serious about this. That is financial literacy. Before explaining what financial literacy is, let me give you an analogy about that. All of us grow up with a mindset that parents taught us to save money, so everyone earn and save money. India has tons of money lying in savings account earning 2% interest rate, whereas country's inflation is rising at 6% every year, which means 4% depreciation of your wealth every single year. But what is this inflation? Inflation is the rise in the price of goods and services that we daily use, such as food, clothing, housing, transport, consumer staple, and industrial goods. Inflation indicates the fall in purchasing power. That is, for instance, the 100 rupees note buys lesser amount of same commodity over a period of time. When inflation is high, the cost of living gets higher. But why is this inflation is occurring? Because certain level of inflation is required in the economy to encourage the production of goods and services producing by companies and industries, and also to demotivate people from saving their money and to invest their money. As the money loses its value over a period of time, it's important to invest the money. As a result, it helps in economic growth of a country. This inflation is controlled by RBI through its monetary policy by using tools like repo rate and reverse repo rate. And governments also control the inflation through its taxation and facial policy on goods like petrol, clothes, and FMCG products, etc. Some of the main causes of inflation are high demand and low supply of goods, and excess circulation of money, with people having more money tend to spend more, which causes increase in demand. Inflation has positive impact on assets you hold. Someone invested in real estate or stock commodities. If there is more inflation, their prices increases. Those who possess same assets in cash will be adversely affected by inflation as the value of their cash erodes. Now that you understand what is inflation is. So, in order to save your money from inflation, you need to grow your money at least 6% every single year to meet the rise in price of goods. Now, back to our topic. Financial literacy is not about saving. It's more about how efficiently you use your savings. So the rest of this video I will give you some steps that I follow to efficiently use your savings. More assets than liabilities. If you buy more assets, then inflation works in favor of you. And if you buy more liabilities, then inflation works against you. Here I am not suggesting you not to buy any liabilities, but try to avoid unnecessary liabilities. Invest more. Investing is an essential part of wealth creation, which helps you beat inflation to fulfill your financial goals and also stabilize your financial future. Instead of letting money lie idle in your bank accounts, you can invest in different avenues like stocks, equities, mutual funds, fixed deposits, or more. The investment avenues you must choose depends on your investment goals, liquidity needs, investment horizon, and risk appetite. Out of this, risk appetite is a major factor to consider, especially in today's times, to help you decide the right option. Regardless of your risk appetite, it is important to choose the right instrument to grow your savings. To help you plan where to invest here is the investment instruments like stocks, fixed deposits, mutual funds, index funds, senior citizens savings scheme, public provident fund, gold, real estate, etc. A simple investment of 5000 every month with 10% average CAGR will give you more than 10 lakhs in 10 years. This is compounding. So try to invest early as possible. Try to create a passive income source. There is a famous quote by Warren Buffett: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So try to create a passive income source based on your ability or knowledge. One of the greatest benefit of passive income stream is that it requires very less effort to maintain and it generates automatic income. Here are some of the examples of passive income streams. Rent out property or a room, invest in stocks, sell advertising space on a website, affiliate marketing, publish a book, create an online course, start a YouTube channel. Try to keep some emergency fund. If you only have one source of income, it's essential to have a substantial emergency fund. This can help you get through unexpected job loss, medical emergencies, and also helps to take care of your family. Many banks and financial experts suggest that you should save at least 6 months worth of salary in your emergency fund. Buy health insurance. Buying a health insurance policy for yourself and your family is important because medical care is expensive, especially in private sector. Even you hospitalized with a simple fever, you can burn a hole in your pocket. All this can be avoided by just paying a small annual premium which would lessen your stress in case of medical emergencies. File income tax properly. Filing ITR helps to claim your losses and also helps for claiming refund of taxes like TDS. ITR helps in easy processing of bank loans and it also helps in visa processing. And there are many more benefits by filing ITR properly that we will discuss in a separate video. That's it for this video. For more information about investments and other financial knowledge, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.